This is Black Views, bringing you the Black News. And so today, our story is about LaShia Clarendon. She's an American basketball player for the New York Liberty. She's with the WNBA. And basically, Miss LaShia Clarendon came out on social media, on Twitter in particular. And, she said some things about black men, and this is why we're doing this video today. The amount of black men who drag our league and blame women for their problems while not making the connection to how that's exactly what white people do to you regarding your race blows my mind. That's the double whammy of being a black woman. This is LaShia Clarendon who put this on Twitter, and she said the amount of black men. Now, she didn't say men, she said black men. And the reason why she said black men is because Draymond Green has something, and he said something about the pay in the WNBA. Okay, this is an all-star player in the NBA who made a comment about the pay. Not because he's a black man, but because he's a professional NBA player who's played in the NBA for several years. And not only that, he's good at it because he's an all-star. Okay? So let's listen to what he said.
And I was hoping people didn't take the wrong way. Obviously, some people did. Whatever. If you can't read what I said and understand, that's your personal business. But I'm really tired of seeing them complain about the lack of pay because they're doing themselves a disservice by just complaining, and
they're not just complaining.
Huh?
They're not just complaining, really.
But they are, because they're not laying out steps that they can take to change that. And so it's coming off as a complaint because the people that can change it, they're just going to continue to say, well, the revenue isn't there. The revenue isn't there. So if you don't bring in the revenue, we can't up your pay. They're going to keep using that. But the reality is, as true as that is, it's an excuse. Because everyone says, we support women. We support women empowerment. We support women in the workplace. We do this for women. We do X for women. Blah, blah, blah. And everyone uses it to their advantage. Yet these women are not using these people that are saying those very things to their advantage. So then it just becomes a complaint that falls on deaf ears.
That's because it's propaganda. It's also thrown in the junk, in the pile of junk, to use as propaganda, to wedge the women, the black women and the black man from each other. Okay? So she goes out and she says these things. Okay? Now keep in mind, this is a woman, she had her operation. Okay? It also says she's a spokesman for the LGBT community. Alright? She wears t-shirts say Black Lives Matter. She identifies as black, gay, female, non-cisgender, and Christian. These are the things that she identifies as. She's an activist. So let's really think about what Draymond said. The people that are telling them they can't pay them are saying the revenue is not there. Isn't this logical? What job can you work at and get paid where there's no revenue? There are jobs out here that lay off, fire thousands of people because the revenue is not reflecting the ability to pay these people. So here we are at WNBA. I believe the average player is making over $100,000 a year. Okay, I get it. They want to be superstars. Here's a woman that's only averaging 9 points a game. And she wants to increase her revenue. She wants to increase her pay. But she only makes 9 points a game. She's been in one All-Star game in 2017. We haven't heard from her since. I don't even see any video on her anywhere showing her excellent gameplay. But she takes the opportunity. Keep in mind, she just had her chest surgery. She totally removed her boobs to be a man. By the way, and she's also married to a white woman. So it's very easy for her to call out a black man or black men in general because she's competing. She wants to be a black man. But this is a coon sellout, butter biscuit eater right here too, because what's going to happen is as soon as she went out and kicked the black man, the dog, just kicking us around. Now it's our fault. The black men, we just don't see the WNBA. We don't make the connection with the WNBA. Okay, right here, Lashia Clarendon. That's who's tearing your neighborhoods apart right there with that type of rhetoric. That's who's driving the wedge between black men and black women. You're going to start seeing her be credentialized next. Next, she's going to start winning awards. Next, they're going to start putting her out in front of the camera so that all the women can see, or America can see her as an activist, and she's doing some great thing. Okay? There was no reason to attack black men because a black man has something to say about a situation, a pay situation in the WNBA. He's an NBA player, National Basketball Association. And he made a comment about WNBA. He didn't bash anybody. He just gave an insight on what he saw, his experience in the NBA, on what he saw why their pay is not there. The revenue is not there. People are not coming to the games. There's supposed to be more women than anybody else in this country and in this world. Why isn't WNBA making the money they should be making? Why didn't she say black women? Why didn't she say fans? Because she understands that black men are not fans. Like, black men are not coming to the game. So it's real easy to throw us under the bus. And once again, this is how they're criminalizing black men, by the way, and she's part of it. These are butter biscuit eating individuals because they look for the crumbs of white supremacy. This is an agent of white supremacy. She went out of her way to put black men down. She didn't say, Draymond, I didn't like what you had to say. And this is how I didn't have anything educated to say back. Nothing educated. All she wanted to do is say the amount of black men who dragged our league. And blame women for their problems. What did Draymond Green say to blame women for their problems? He merely dissected the situation, magnified the problem, and said this is who you need to talk to. The same people that's saying there's no revenue, they can't pay you. Now you tell me if this is just an argument that we're having because today's society just coddles unruly women. Anything they say is money behind it because they know this is a group that spends lots of money, especially black women in particular. Look at Lashia Clarendon, 29 years old. Yeah, she was picked first round, but she averages 9 points again. It's nothing exciting about her gameplay that would make me go to her, that make me get on YouTube right now and look her up. She's only getting this attention now because of the dumb shit she's saying, because she's bootlicking. This is a bootlicker. We got bootlickers in all categories. Sports, film, cashiers at the store, police officers, bootlicks everywhere who support white supremacy. Because this is the comfortability they're paying for. They want to be comfortable. They don't like when you hear a black man have something to say. Now, if that were a white man, she probably wouldn't have said anything. Wouldn't have said nothing. But the fact that he's black, she knows she could step out and say something. And then The fact that we're making a video about her, lashing out about her misconduct, and totally unnecessary, just to blame black. I'm a black man. We play in this social media game. And so when you keep demonizing us for no apparent reason, you deserve to get these hot coals at you. You deserve it. Lashea Clarendon, a piece of shit ass, a butter biscuit eating, bootlick, square chin. And then ask yourself, why isn't she suspended? Why hasn't she lost endorsements for just lashing out against black men? If it were against Jewish men, she would no longer be playing in the WNBA. If this were against Asian men, she would no longer be able to have any type of brand or label to speak on. Okay? Why isn't Me Too stepping into this and helping with their pay situation? Why is this all designed just to say black men are your problem, but there's no repercussion for just lashing out at black men? Like, there is no protection for black men in America. Thank you for your time. Please like and share, and also subscribe. Please support black media. It's so important that we're allowed to hear black media and hear the things that black people have to say versus what we hear all day in white media. Thank you, and have a good day.